happy Thursday. Welcome to Inspired Thoughts. Kimberly here. So today, I alluded to this earlier this week in a post, but we're going to talk a little bit about fear. No matter who you are, how old you are, where you are, what your life's about, what your goals are, how your life path is unfolded, chances are you have dealt with fear and doubt somewhere along the way. And I'm just here to share with you that fear and doubt aren't quite what you think they are. And in fact, I think we give them a little bit too much credit. So to talk about a little bit about, so first there's doubt. Let's talk about that first. Doubt comes from what I call the not enough disease. The constant feeling, hey, Jonathan, happy Thursday. Jen's on. Hi, you guys. Doubt it always stems from, I feel like I'm not enough in some way, shape, or form. I am not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not capable enough. I'm not enough on some level to either accomplish what I want to accomplish, live the life as I want to live it, etc. Be who I want to be, get done what I want to get done. There's always this doubt of ability that comes from the not enough disease. And then there's fear. Fear can bubble up as you're about to take action on just about anything in life. Fear can bubble up. The fear of failure, sometimes the fear of success. What happens if this is actually successful? The fear of letting others down, the fear of letting myself down, the fear of the unknown, because there's most of the time in life not a guarantee of how something is going to unfold. And we need to determine, are we going to take action anyway, even though I cannot fully predict how this is going to turn out. And maybe I'm afraid because I don't know how this is going to turn out. You know, when I was in my full-time corporate role that I'd been in for so many years, it was such a huge part of my identity. And I was confronted with, do I take the leap of faith out of the corporate space to create something new that I was feeling called to do, or do I stay where I'm most comfortable and secure? Because guess what? If I take this leap of faith and I go create this new online platform, I don't know how it's going to turn out. Like, there is no guarantee. I cannot predict the outcome with any level of certainty. And guess what? I had a lot of fear around that. In fact, it held me back from doing what I knew I needed to do for over a year. And so I will say this. I will say doubt and fear are real. So the whole idea of fear being, false evidence appearing real, I would say it not only appears real, it is real simply because of the emphasis we place on it. It's real because we make it real, okay? But it's not the fear and the doubt that is the problem. That's not the problem. It is a symptom. So whenever you're feeling fear and doubt, I want you to remember this. This is just a symptom of the problem. Now, what's the problem? The problem is disconnection. The problem is not being fully aligned with who we are and with, for a lack of a better way of putting it, with our source. Call it your highest self, call it your soul, call it your heart, call it God, call it universal intelligence. But it is only when there's not alignment there that we can feel fear or any negative emotion, really. So when you're feeling a negative emotion, it means there's a disconnect. And actually, disconnect is too harsh of a word. I'd like to take that back, because our source, God, is always connected, always, showering down on us, love and support and strength and resources beyond what we could imagine. The universal intelligence is always there. But you know what happens? We pinch it off. We, through bringing our focus to, the things that make us feel unsure or fearful, we pinch off that alignment. And so when you're feeling doubt or fear, just know that it is a symptom of the fact that you are currently pinching yourself off from who you really are. And so what do we do? So when you're feeling that sense of doubt, fear, like maybe you need to make a decision, maybe you need to take an action to go a certain direction in your life, or, it could be, relatively simple, or it could be a life-altering decision that you need to make, like, walking away from your longtime career because your heart is calling you to do something else. And you're feeling that, oh my goodness, fear is stopping me. Fear's stopping me from doing what my heart wants me to do. Fear's not stopping you. Fear is the symptom of the fact that you're disconnecting yourself. You're pinching yourself off. So what do we do? First of all, you need to take a step back. If you're in a scenario where you're feeling doubt and fear, and really any kind of negative emotion bubbling up, it just means there's a lack of alignment. So let's take a step back. And when we're feeling fear and doubt, we tend to be very detailed about it. When I'm feeling a sense of fear, like around a new direction, like the new direction I took with my career, I'm thinking all these scenarios in my head of how things could go wrong, how I don't know what I'm doing and I'll fail, and I don't know how to run an online business. I don't know, technology. I was always afraid of technology. The idea of doing a Facebook Live at one point just scared me to death, because I'm like, I could mess that up. And now I mess it up all the time and it's fine. But we tend to get pretty detailed. We tend to start concocting in our mind and creating worry around how things could go wrong, how things could be the worst case scenario. So let's do the opposite of that. Okay, when you're feeling fear, doubt, any negative emotion, instead of honing in on the details around what's causing that emotion and that worry to bubble up, take a step back and go general. Start to and have some ready-made statements that you can make to yourself. And if it works to just float them around in your mind as in a mantra, cool. If you need to say it out loud, say it out loud. If you need to write it down, write it down. But think of some general statements that can bring you back to a more general positive place. Like, you know what? I believe the universe is good. I believe that the universe has my back. I believe that God is on my side always. I believe that life is not working against me. Life is working for me. I believe that ultimately everything will unfold beautifully. So just these statements, and you can find the ones that work for you. Those are a few that I bring to the forefront of my mind when I'm feeling any kind of sense of fear, doubt, worry. I remind myself, the universe has my back. All is well is a big one. In fact, you'll notice that sometimes in my posts. I had a pretty crazy weekend, and at the end of every post, I'm like, all is well. I wasn't typing that for you. I was typing that for me. All is well. Just a reminder that no matter what we're challenged with in life, everything's going to be okay, and all is well. So when you're in a situation where you're feeling fear, doubt, worry, any kind of negative emotion, it is time not to continue to go down that rabbit hole of focusing on all the details that are causing the worry, the fear, the anxiety, but instead to take a step back, to realize that what you're feeling, don't give it the credit it doesn't deserve. It is not the issue. The issue is not that there's this big monstrous fear standing in your way between you and what it is that you want in your life. That is not happening. There's nothing standing in your way. There is just you pinching yourself off from the alignment that you need to feel confident in living the life that you came here to live. It really is, as esoteric as that may sound, it really is as simple as that. And so I encourage you, when you're feeling that, remind yourself that it is in fact a symptom, and that the greater issue it's a symptom of is that I still continue to go back to disconnection, but The connection is always there. We tend to pinch it off because we take our focus elsewhere. Bring your focus back to, you don't want to go too detailed in the other direction, because shifting momentum like that sometimes can be very challenging to do, and it may backfire on you. But instead of going from being so detailed in your focus on the negative to feeling like I've got to be really detailed in the positive, no, just go here, go general. Just remind yourself of the general statements that you know deep inside that resonate with you, that you know to be true. The universe has my back. God is good. God is on my side. All is well. Everything is going to unfold just fine. This isn't a big hairy deal that I'm making it out to be. Everything's going to be okay. And give yourself that bit of space. And what you'll find is, by taking a step back, realizing, the fear, the doubt, etc., for what it really is, and then reminding yourself in a more general way of what you've got going for you, and what the universe is really all about, you can get yourself back into a mind space and a heart space that will allow you to take your next step forward. And it will allow you to take your next step forward coming from a place of hope, if not knowing, because sometimes even bringing ourselves back to a general positive place with those general statements of what we know to be true, it can bring us back to a sense of knowing. But even if not knowing, at least a sense of hoping. And so I have a framed picture. It's actually not a frame. It's like a wooden block thing that you hang on the wall, like a plaque. Thank you, plaque. Good job, Kimberly. It's a plaque. But it says, let your faith be bigger than your fear. And so this is really just a process that allows us to go down that path, that allows us to realize what we do believe in, not realize, but remember and reconnect with what we know to be true, so that we can allow the faith to bubble up. And when your faith bubbles up and you look at the fear, the doubt, the whatever it is, for what it really is, it actually shrinks. So it becomes the process of letting your faith become bigger than your fear. And then, my friend, you will be able to take the step forward that you need to take, that will in fact honor you and honor your heart and soul, moving in the direction that you need to in your life to be most fulfilled. Because at the end of the day, the only way to find real joy in life is to move in the direction of who we really are. And I really want to encourage you to stop letting fear and doubt and other negative emotions pinch you off from that. Because what you came here to do is to, in fact, move in the direction of who you are every day, all day. And it is a constant evolution. We are forever growing and evolving, and it is a beautiful thing, thank goodness. But that's really what it's all about. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I also wanted to share that next week, I'm going to be posting the dates, so please come back and check. But I'm going to be offering a 3-part training series via Facebook Live. We're going to start big in general. We're going to start by talking a bit about the purpose of life. And then second part I'm planning for you is talking about the 3 things that you have to do to be your happiest self. The 3 steps you have to take to get the most out of this beautiful life as it has to offer you, and be happy. And then we're going to talk about a 5-stage path in the 3rd training, a 5-stage path toward living your most inspired life. And I can give you some tips that will help you realize kind of what stage you're at, and then what maybe you can do to get to the next stage and to continue down the path and evolving and growing and getting the most out of this life, because we have this one big, brilliant, beautiful life we know for sure that we came here to live. And I really, I want for you, and my goal has been to support you in getting the most out of it. So that's coming next week. It's probably going to happen toward middle of the end of the week. Next Thursday, I cannot do my Facebook Live because I will be on a plane. I am heading to Philadelphia, and then a little drive over to Atlantic City. I'll be presenting at a conference in Atlantic City. What? so not a party girl, and I'm hanging out in Atlantic City for the weekend. We'll see how that goes. But I go every year, and it's a lot of fun. There's good shopping there. But anyway, I'm on a plane all day next Thursday, so the trainings will likely be kind of around that. The 3-part training series, it'll probably be like a, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, but just stay connected to the page. I'm going to post it on the page once I have that locked down, and it'll just be a Facebook Live like this. I'll set it up as an event so you can say you're going to the event and get a reminder, and it'll just be a free training focused on those 3 areas. So I hope you'll join me, because I know you'll get some amazing nuggets out of it. But with that, that's what I have planned for you today. If you have any thoughts you'd like to add, please share them in the comments. Any things that you do when you're feeling those ruffled feelings of negativity on any level, fear, doubt, anxiety, stress, worry, would love to hear from you as well. Otherwise, just what your thoughts are. And if you have questions, let me know. Doors to Women Empowered are still open till next Monday, so if you have questions on that, let me know as well. But otherwise, just know that I am, of course, until we meet again, sending you so much love. Have an amazing rest of your day.